Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we are reviewing my makeup looks from when I was a Instagram beauty guru. I was not actually an Instagram beauty guru. I kind of just did this as like a fun personal hobby. I would make very artistic makeup looks on my face, post them on Instagram. To honor that, I have recreated a kind of standard Instagram beauty guru look that I would have typically posted or something. This is also the second time I am recording this video. The first one, I fully planned on like doing a makeup look but just didn't have time for it, so I had no makeup and I felt like that was kind of a disservice to this old version of myself. I glitched out the website tearmaker.com to hell because I had way too many pictures uploaded to it. I had at least twice the amount of pictures that are on it. It glitched out and like deleted everything at one point. I'm hoping to do smaller quantities of photos to be able to make this work for me. So I was doing this so regularly. I was doing this like it was my job. I was doing this like to a degree that was not necessarily a hobby. I was posting something on Instagram every single day. That does not mean I was making a new makeup look every single day. I would make 2 to 3 new makeup looks a day. I would take multiple pictures of them and post a different picture of them every single day, as well as a couple of other non-makeup things in there. But from 2017 to 2020-ish, my Instagram page was 90% makeup looks, and so that's why I kind of call it my like Instagram beauty guru phase of my life. I no longer post this on my Instagram page because one, it's a lot of work for like very little reward. It was very much a hobby. I was not getting paid to do this. Making these makeup looks was a nice artistic outlet for me at the time because I didn't have a lot of hobbies. I was in like a not great relationship, and part of that relationship not being so great was me kind of being isolated from my friends and other loved ones. So I also wasn't really seeing friends, and the friends that I did have weren't really nice to me or anything. So I didn't have a whole lot to do, but makeup was one of the things that I did a lot. I'm no longer in that relationship. I have a lot of really great friends that I keep in touch with regularly. So I don't have as much time to do these creative makeup looks anymore. So I thought we'd go through them and rank them on a tier list today. The categories I have here are number 1, major slay, self-explanatory category name. Below that I have would wear this today, either as a festival look or when I used to go dance I would maybe wear this. Middle of the ground I have just churning out content. Again, I was kind of posting these looks like it was my job, and a lot of these are just like, let me just slap something on that looks relatively creative and post it. Below that I have an attempt was made. There's probably a lot that I don't like about this look. Maybe like a couple things that I like, but an attempt was made. And at the bottom we have what was I thinking. There is like no rhyme or reason behind this makeup look, and I have no idea what is going on. What was I thinking? These are in chronological order. We are doing most of 2018 plus a little bit of 2017. I basically started regularly posting makeup looks very late into 2017, so there's not a whole lot of stuff there. The other thing to note, I posted makeup in general as well, like just basic glam makeup to my Instagram page a lot. I'm not going to include that in here because I feel like that's not the point of this. So I'm only going to be including my real like creative avant-garde makeup looks in this. So first one that we have here, although I have posted other makeup looks before this one, I consider this one my first real one, and also kind of the beginning of when I started consistently posting these looks. It's a smoky eye with like a creamy red lip. It's not glossy, it's not matte, it's kind of like in between. And I've got this like dramatic silver tears like running down my cheeks. And I love this look. It's dramatic. It's cunt. It's a major slay. That's where it's going. This look is also kind of the blueprint for a lot of makeup looks to come, so we'll talk about that when we get there. Next up, we've got this Space Girl look. I've got purple eyeshadow, blue lips, and a couple of drawn-on stars, I believe, on my cheek. I think I wore this to like a rave or something. This is a very millennial interpretation of going to a rave makeup. And not just makeup, the hair being in space buns. You can't tell, but I have like a velvet and mesh combination of dress, which I still have that dress, but I'm too ashamed and lazy to bring it out right now. Is it dated? Yes. Is it cute? Yeah. Even though I'm not at churning out content levels yet, I'm still pretty early on here, I feel kind of mixed about this look, so we're gonna put it there. Next up, this is another blueprint look. I'm currently wearing like elements of this look right now, if you can't tell. And I think by that qualification alone, it should go in would wear this today. Later on, you know, if I see looks like this that are similar, I might put it in just churning out content, but I'm giving this one the benefit of the doubt because it is the first of its kind. Moving on to this next one where I kind of have like a two-toned eye. I have like orangey eyeshadow up top and then like green underneath the eye and a bunch of dots lining the underside of my eye. The rest of the face is relatively neutral. The lack of blush is a little jarring. We are still in 2017, maybe very early 2018 here. I will give myself points for putting like a relatively neutral lip on because there's a lot going on up here. My gut is telling me to put this in just churning out content. That last look being like an iconic first of its kind is important versus this one is kind of like the sequel that is like not as good. Next up, we've got this kind of like kawaii blushing anime girl. I kept the eyes and the lips relatively simple. I really wanted the cheeks to be the focus there. I remember just packing on blush for this look because we didn't have like liquid blushes at that time. I think it's cute. I think my little wink in the photo is cute. And I have worn like those kind of little anime dashes on my cheeks before when I was go-go dancing. So I think that warrants it being in would wear this today. This next one needs a little bit of explanation. This was a Tide Pod inspired look. At the time, eating Tide Pods was a meme that was going around, and I think I don't need to explain any further than that. This was an attempt to recreate the look of a Tide Pod on my eyes. You know, an ambitious goal, and not a very good looking execution. I think if I was just had a little bit more practice and a little bit better visualization of a final product, it could look really good. But for now, I think I just attempted a very ambitious goal and it is going to, an attempt was made. Next up, we've got this springtime look. There's a lot going on here. Both orange and green eyeshadow up top on top of my lid, and then I tried underlining my eyes to look like petals. No blush. I feel like a springtime look should include blush, but it doesn't appear like I have blush on. And I have this very sickly pale pink lip that does not look flattering on me. I think I've got white eyelashes. I have never owned white mascara, so I'm pretty sure I dusted eyeshadow primer or like some sort of white cream paint on my eyelashes, which I don't know why I thought to do white eyelashes with this look because it doesn't look good. I don't know what it has to do with like a springtime look, and it's not flattering on me at all. So this is gonna go in what was I thinking. Next up, we've got this avant-garde look. I've got like orange on the top. I was really into like orangey, warm toned eyeshadows during this time. Orange on top, blue on the bottom. I think I was going for like a sunset type of look. That's why I like kind of like the spikes going down to kind of give the illusion of like shadows being cast, you know what I mean, during the sunset. Kept it nude on the lips. Blush is still not to be seen. This look is fine. Again, it's another sequel to that original avant-garde look, in my opinion. So I think it deserves to go in just churning out content. Next is another Valentine's Day look. I love this look. I've got a warm mix of like red and orange eyeshadows, red lips, and then I have a bunch of heart freckles, and yeah, they are different shades of red and pink. This is super cute. I don't know if I want to put this in Would Wear This Today or Major Slay. I'm gonna be nice. I'm putting it in Major Slay. Okay, next, this is like a card suit look. A lot about this confuses me. I'm not good at card games. This is not like a hobby of mine or anything. The heart shape on the lips is like a good idea, but it is not very flattering. There's a lot that's like weird about this look, so I'm gonna go with an attempt was made. Next up is this kind of Coraline looking makeup look. I don't know if I was directly inspired by Coraline to make this look. I think I was generally inspired by kind of like voodoo doll makeup or like illusion makeup in general. From far away, it looks really cool. But if you look closer, it's really weird. Like the illusion is not quite present there. I will say the lips, you know, look really good. The mouth is like really good. The eyes are a little bit weird, especially like the shape. Your face is not like a flat surface, so when you're trying to draw a circle, you can't draw like a perfect circle. You have to draw like a wonky looking circle to account for the contours of your face. I did not know that, and I did not do that here. So like the buttons look kind of like folded and not like flat on my face. The lack of blush is also kind of a problem here. If I'm going for like a doll look, I feel like dolls have like circle blush on their face, and I feel like this should have warranted that. I will give it props for the mouth, and I will give it props for looking good from far away. Since I was so nice with the Valentine's Day look, I'm gonna be a little bit harsh on this one and say an attempt was made. Next up, although this one seems just like another avant-garde look, this one has a little bit of backstory. At the time, Doki Doki Literature Club was trending. I was pretty fixated on this game, especially on the character Yuri, who is probably one of the most unsettling characters in this game. They're all like anime characters, and like for the moments of kind of like surrealist horror, oftentimes she has like a cutout of realistic eyes instead of like the typical anime eyes to kind of jump scare you. I wanted to kind of emulate that by just having like one freakish eye and like the rest of my makeup be normal. All that context out of the way, I really like this look. I'm glad that I went with shadows instead of like a lip liner to make those little vein looks, because I think going with like a crayon would have made that line too harsh, versus with the shadow, it looks more like a vein underneath my skin. It's a good look. I think it's a major slay. All right, next up we've got an anti-Valentine's Day look, which is kind of like a blue crying tears look. I've done like an anti-Valentine's Day look a couple of times and they just never work out. I think I wanted to have a look that was more than just blue, so I incorporated the brown in there, but I don't think that was a good choice. I do think the eyes look really good. I think the few blue tears look good, and I think the different shades of blue is good, but I wouldn't have incorporated the brown. I think it's better than just like a plain attempt, because I do really like the eyes. I do think the tears are really good. The lip looks good. I just would pick a different color. It's better than an attempt, so it's going out in just churning out content. Next is this like abstract shapes look. I'm just gonna say right out the bat, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I had like an image in my mind of, you know, those like random shapes that you see on like the carpet of an arcade. I think I was going for something like that, but it was not executed well. I really don't like this look. It's going in what was I thinking. All right, next we've got this like wintry frosted look. I love this look as well. I love how like everything is blue. I did not have any sort of like paints or pencils, like different colored like makeup pencils or anything like that, aside from like a lip liner and an eyeliner. I put down eyeshadow primer and then put a light blue eyeshadow on top of that with like a very skinny brush, and it made it like not so harsh, and like actually like frost lines were coming out of the side of my head. I think this is the first time I am actually using false eyelashes in a look, which elevates it by a lot. First use of eyelashes, I think by definition, it should go in major slay. Next up, we got this cheetah girl look. My only criticism is I did not black out my entire top lip, I just outlined the top of it. This was a lot easier to execute than I thought it would be, I remember. The first recording of this, I think I was a little bit harsher, but looking at it, it is like pretty cute. It was like a pretty easy to do look. I think it's like great for Halloween and stuff like that. That being said, I'm not much of like a leopard print girl, so I kind of have like a little bit of a hard time like really liking this look. I'm gonna kind of put it in just churning out content. I think I was just looking for like fun ideas to do, and this one was just like, hey, this one's like relatively easy. Turned out pretty good. Next we've got this kind of spring look, bunch of flowers, freckled on my cheeks, blue eyeshadow, nude lip. Personally, I would have gone with like a green or even like a pink for the eyeshadow to kind of be more in that springtime theme. I do think this is kind of like the not as good sequel to that Valentine's Day look with all the freckles on my cheeks. It's fine. It's gonna go in just churning out content. Next we've got this like middle of summer, my makeup is melting off of me type of look. I'm seeing it in this tiny little thumbnail. However, I'm pretty sure in person or like if you look close up, it's not as good. It's not quite as opaque in a lot of spots that I think it should be. I feel like I was just going for like lots of stuff and not really thinking about the physics of stuff melting down your face, so I feel like the effect isn't really there. I do think it's good that I chose like very dramatic colors for this look, like a blue eye and a red lip. I wish I just like had a better idea of what melting makeup looked like, so this is gonna go in just churning out content. All right, remember that first iconic glitter tears look? This is the sequel that is just as good as the original. This time we're going with red. It looks really good. I have the matching red lips. I am continuing to put lashes on these looks, and despite the lack of blush, those tears are dripping all over my cheeks, so it doesn't need blush. I think this look is a major slay. All right, next we've got a sequel to the Space Girl look from a while back. We're still keeping that purple color scheme that I had on my eyes from that last Space Girl look, but instead we're just sticking with that purple color scheme as opposed to like purple and blue and whatnot. So I've got purple on the eyeshadow, purpley lips, as well as like a purple galaxy across my cheeks with some stars. It's all like kind of blended together, like different shades of purple and white and pink, but still sticking with that purple color scheme. I love that I also very ambitiously attempted the inner corner eyeliner there. I didn't realize this the first time around. I am also wearing some other mesh top. This look doesn't need space buns. It executes the Space Girl look very well. I think this is the better sequel to the original Space Girl look. Next, this is a kind of standard go-go dancer look that I would wear. I've got green eyeshadow, brown lipstick or like a nude lipstick of some sort, and I do have stars underneath my eyes. So this was one of the first looks, I believe, where I had my little star eyeliner stamp. At the time, Milk Makeup released a set of fun shapes for eyeliner, little like stamps. So they had a star one, they had a heart one. I did not have the Milk Makeup one. I had an Ipsy subscription, and a star eyeliner stamp came in one of those. Do you guys remember Ipsy? Along with like Birchbox and like FabFitFun. FabFitFun I think is still in business. Birchbox I don't think is, and I think Ipsy may or may not be. I am not positive, but I used to get Ipsy every single month. Part of the reason why I was able to do all these makeup looks was because of Ipsy. Anyways, this is the first makeup look where I'm featuring the star stamp. This look is pretty basic. It is just kind of like a standard go-go dancing look that I would do a lot. Well, even though it is just like something that I would wear while go-go dancing and like would wear this today, it is also in the just churning out content category, and I feel like it's not creative enough or like elevated enough to put it any higher than that category, in my opinion. We are adding to the Glitter Tears series with a blue look. This one is also a major slay, in my opinion. The Glitter Tears looks are always just so good. They don't need blush, and blush was not a thing at this time, so it covers a lot. Me having like blue lipstick makes this work really well to make it all monochromatic and cohesive. I think I added a little bit of like sparkly blue eyeshadow to add the shine that's on my eyes also to my lips to give it kind of like that metallic look. It's really good, really clean. 10 out of 10, major slay. Next, we've got another type of look that I would wear while go-go dancing. Instead, the color scheme is more pinky and purple. It's fine, it's serviceable, but it is just like another basic look, so it's gonna go in just churning out content. Next up, we've got a fall look, and I don't know why I added the numbers to it. It's some sort of like fall countdown that I am not positive on. I have a bunch of like leaves drawn of like different colors for fall colors and whatnot. I think the orange eyeshadow, the brown lipstick is all on theme with that. Now this one is interesting because from far away, you can't tell what it is, and from close up, you can see a lot of weirdness with my drawing artistic capabilities. Also, I feel like I shouldn't have added the numbers in there. I think I just want to put this in just churning out content. There's nothing like particularly wrong with it, but like it's not good enough to be in like would wear this today category. Next, we've got some Halloween looks. So this one is like a half beauty, half skull look. I remember this one looked really weird in person, but looked really good in pictures. I think also, considering my artistic capabilities and also working with eyeliner instead of a pencil, I think the kind of like unevenness of my lines actually worked to my benefit to kind of mimic skull fractures. Also, gray eyeshadow covers up a lot. I think this look turned out so good and like so much better than I thought it looked in person. I think this is even better than would wear this today. I think this one is a major slay. Another Halloween look. This one is a Harley Quinn look. Harley Quinn makeup is just like so easy to make it look good. It also doesn't need blush. She's got like that clown white face paint on, and like that's the point. As long as you've got like a pink side and a blue side and like some cheaply put on like red lipstick, you're solid. Put your hair in pigtails. At this point I was bleaching my hair blonde, so the effect is there. Not that I would wear this today, but it's a pretty good execution, I'd say. Now we're moving on to Christmas. This is a cute little like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer look. I think for like a period of time during Halloween, a lot of people were doing Christmas Halloween costumes, or at least like that was kind of what was going around on like BuzzFeed or something like that. And it was also like one of those like lazy girl Halloween costumes of like be a reindeer. You just have to wear brown, find the pair of antlers, and do your makeup like this. I also had a brown sweater, which made it convenient. Put my hair into two little buns, but not like full buns, just like half up buns. It was pretty easy to get that like reindeer makeup look. I'm kind of impressed with myself doing the inner corner lines to kind of mimic like a doe eye. It looks like, unlike the cheetah look, I fully blacked out my top lip, or in this case, brown, to give that like animal look to it. Is this a major slay? It is cute. I think it's a major slay. Okay, next up, I have a couple of looks where I was really inspired by a couple of different makeup artists that I was following at the time. One of them was Is She Hungry? This makeup artist still makes insanely beautiful makeup looks. The other one is Anti-Storm PNG. I love their makeup looks. A lot of these looks were inspired by those two. So this first one was like my first Anti-Storm inspired look. They at the time did like a lot of like geometric shapes on their face, and I was really inspired by that, so I decided to like do that. I went monochromatic with like my makeup, so just purple on the eyes and purple on the lips to match, and then a lot of lines around my eye and down the bridge of my nose and everything. This look is really cool, and I'm gonna put it in would wear this today. I maybe would wear something like this at like a festival, like if I really wanted to go all out there. I would consider doing something like that at like a show like that that's like really edgy and out there. And then same with the second one. This one was also inspired by Anti-Storm. Instead of squares, I went with circles. I think it was really smart that I was really careful about the placement and like type of circle. Like some of them are a bunch of dots put together, and some of them are like a solid line, and they're all different shapes, and some of them are kind of like overlapping each other so that it kind of looks like bubbles. I also really like that I did the eyeliner kind of like how I did the doe eye one, but a little bit shorter and like a little weirder and a little bit more avant-garde. And also I'm glad that I went with the red lip to like really like break up everything. I think this one is also really cool and belongs next to the other Anti-Storm one. Next up, we've got another glitter tears to add to the series. This one is in like that classic silver. I kind of love the red lips from the first one. I think it goes with that like classic Hollywood like smoky eye red lip. This one I went instead with a silver lip. I feel like going with the silver lip honestly kind of washed me out. It's still a glitter tears look, so it is really good. But also, I think if I was really being creative, I would have chosen a different color. And I kind of think I was maybe just churning out content at this point. Yeah, it feels a little bit just churning out content. Now, the more that I think about it. I think some of these got a little bit out of order chronologically because this is another Halloween look. And this Halloween look is a major slay. It's freaking bats. It's bat themed. I've got those bats flying around on my cheeks and nose, little like polka dots to like kind of accent it. I did like a darker maroon eye, but to go with a black to maroon ombre. When I was putting this look together, I like finished it and then thought, wait, this is missing something. And then I added the little vampire teeth on my like lower lip there, and that just like put it over the top. So the little vampire teeth puts this in major slay. Another Halloween look. It's this kind of satanic demon look. Now the thing about this look, I wanted to like completely black out my eyes so that when I closed my eyes, it looked like my eyes were black. However, I did not logistically think that through on like how to accomplish that because it really only has that effect with the several filters that I put to make it like kind of have that effect. In all the like original pictures of this, it didn't look like I had black eyes. It looked like I put makeup on my eyes, okay? And also, I did not have special effects contacts. I think this was really ambitious. In pictures, like the effect is there. I will give it that. I don't know. I'm also getting a little burnt out on rating makeup looks, but I'm almost to the end. This is gonna go in just churning out content. I'm sorry, I can't put it any higher than that. Oh, yeah. Tearmaker gave out on me. Well, I almost made it to the end of 2018. We'll finish up 2018 next time. I am really happy with how far I got into 2018 before it crapped out on me. That was a lot of makeup looks, and that is just year one of me being a makeup guru on Instagram. We still have the last tail end of 2018 to go through, all of 2019, and a little bit into 2020. So join me next time for part 2 of ranking all of my makeup looks from my beauty guru era. Make sure to like the video, comment whatever your favorite makeup look from this was, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!